Well, I didn't do anything I didn't really do much. I just got the ends trimmed and then I got my curtain bangs back. But sometimes it's the little things that make the most difference. Kitty, you are an angel on earth. She is the sweetest girl ever. The sun is out and that means I need to be out. I actually have a few books that I wanted to pick up today because I forgot that I have a gift card. So I'm technically getting free books today. And I have 2 on my list that are highly anticipated, so we are gonna grab them and we're also gonna browse for anything new. So I know I said I was gonna stay out today and enjoy the sun, but the weather had different plans for us. Right after I left chapters, it got so gloomy. I thought it was gonna rain, and I just can't risk getting my books or me rained on. So I went straight home. The sun is back out, but I just cannot be bothered to get out of my comfy clothes and change again. So we're gonna stay home for the rest of the night, and we're gonna have a conversation that I was not ready to have. I'm not proud about this, but I am really excited to talk to you guys about it. So we have new books to add to my shelf. There's just so many books I want to read, and I found 2 gift cards. Basically, these books were free. Barely made a dent on my bank account. I'm just making excuses at this point, I know, but I am really excited for these books. I think it was 2 videos ago when you saw me reading Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I made it over halfway, but I had to soft DNF it because honestly the characters were just pissing me off. There are high stakes in this book. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. The tension is there, the banter is there. I love Kai and Peyton, but I feel like they weren't taking their situation serious enough. And it had me stressed, so I had to put it down. But 3 days ago, this was released. Fearless, which is the 3rd and final book, I believe, in the Powerless trilogy. And this is my driving force to get through Reckless. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I just want to see how this story ends. The next book I have here is The Vegetarian. It was my mistake to go into this book completely blind, but nothing could have prepared me for what I went through reading this book. The last time I felt this way about a book was when I read A Little Life 2 or 3 years ago. If you are planning to read this book, please look up the trigger warnings, do your research before you get into it, because it does talk about very heavy topics that you guys should know about before starting it. Just to give you a brief summary, this book is about a female character. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. She has this nightmare where she's in a slaughterhouse covered in blood, and after that she just goes into this spiral. That is basically like a quarter of the book. The rest is just trauma after trauma. If you guys want to read this, definitely look up the trigger warnings because this is not a light and easy read. I read this book in 2 days because I was genuinely curious how everything would unfold, but I had to put this down and just reflect on life after. I genuinely don't know how to put into words how I felt reading this book. And then as you guys saw earlier, I am now reading Almond. This book is about Yoonjae, who was diagnosed with alexithymia, which causes him to not feel any emotions like fear, anger, or even happiness. He grew up with his mom and grandma, who taught him how to respond to certain situations and basically blend in with the rest of society. Unfortunately, he goes through a life-altering tragedy, which completely shifted his reality, so he essentially has to learn how to survive on his own and navigate through the daily troubles in his life. I am loving this book so far because every character that we meet in this book has a background. We get to know why they are the way they are. This book has very short chapters. I don't know if I would call it plot twists, but we get revelations one after the other. And then we have Before the Coffee Gets Cold by this author. Again, I'm not gonna attempt to say it because I don't want to butcher it. This book is about a cafe that not only serves coffee, it also gives customers a chance to travel back in time as long as their coffee stays warm. That's really all I know about this book. And then we have our only nonfiction in this stack, which is The Courage to Be Disliked. I just realized how these books are written by Asian authors. I don't really know anything about this book, but as a people pleaser, I am already hooked just from the title. That's all I need to know. And then lastly, we have The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. If anyone was to ask me what my favorite book series is, I'd have to say Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Although I still have to read Into the Dark, which is Magnolia and BJ's last book. I'm really excited to read this. I don't think I'm ready to end their story yet. I'm just deprived. I am in need of a good Jessa Hastings book. The likelihood of me finishing all of these just in April is very low, so I might have to stretch it out until May. But until then, I promise I'm not going to buy any new books. I am going to finish these, then maybe I can consider purchasing more. I have a strong feeling that this is going to be my first 5 stars in 2025. It's really pulling on my heartstrings, and I think there's just so much for me to learn from this book. I think the last time I talked to you was on Friday when I was talking about my books, but it is now, where's my phone? Wednesday, April 16th. I am just about to leave school because I had an appointment with an academic advisor, and I haven't been vlogging as much because I'm so consumed by my finals, and I really don't think it's healthy, but we are trying to survive and push through. I am barely surviving. There's a parking guy walking right beside my car. I think I'm gonna get a matcha. Yeah. And then maybe we're gonna go at a park to read a little bit. I genuinely do think the weather has some type of one-sided beef with me, because it could be so sunny outside and so nice. The minute I step out and the minute I want to bask in the sun, it becomes so gloomy. Like, it looks like it's about to rain right now. I've only been in the park for like 20, 30 minutes? Girl, I'm starting to take it personal. Seriously. I just wanted to read outside. Now there's a car parking beside me and they're gonna think I'm crazy because I'm talking to a camera. Anyways, I ended up getting a chai instead of a matcha because when I got to Empty Cup, the barista told me that they don't have their usual matcha powder, and I am very picky with my matcha, so I asked a barista what she recommends and she said chai latte, which is actually good. This is something that I would definitely get in the fall, but I don't know if it's good, don't get me wrong, but in the spring, I don't know. It's okay, what are we gonna do? I've already had matcha today anyway, so it's fine. Okay, I am gonna go to the gym now.
You're such a great guy, must be different this time. Takes one to know one, doesn't it? I've been around. Let me know if it's too much. It gets too close when it's time to hit the road. Did not